Hey, what's up, everybody? Just got through watching the highlights of the game three of the New York Knicks and the Atlanta Hawks. That's one of the series I'm paying attention to, more so than most. And I was right. I was right. Um, what I thought would happen through the game, three games has taken place. Essentially, the Atlanta Hawks have a 2-1 lead on the New York Knickerbockers, and Clint Capella has been a huge problem for Julius Randle and Nerlens Noel, and the absence of Robinson for the Knicks has really been glaring, in my opinion. The thing about Clint Capella, and I've said this already, of course, if you watch the video, you know where I'm going with this. Clint Capella just poses too many problems defensively and on the boards for a guy like Julius Randle, who, even though he rebounds extremely well, he is a bit undersized, and his arms length is shorter. So when you're dealing with a guy like Clint Capella, who has full length, full size, he's a big, strong man. And it's like, usually when Juju goes up against certain guys and the certain bigs, he can usually outpower most of them. Clint Capella is not one of those people that Julius Randle is going to outpower. He's a bigger person, and he's just as strong. So it's like, and Clint Capella has a fantastic motor. So it's like, usually what Juju's able to do is use his speed, his motor, his relentlessness, and his skill set to kind of get to the rim, shoot his threes, do all the stuff that he likes to do, get his little turnaround fade, stuff like that he's been working on. Clint ain't letting none of that fly. Collins ain't letting none of that fly. And on the other end, Clint is all over the boards. Collins is scoring the ball. You got to deal with people like Solomon Hill when those guys sit down. They just have a solid combination of big players that you have to account for. And the Knicks, without Robinson, just don't have a matchup there that they can work with. Then you start looking at the guards. Love Derrick Rose. He's playing amazing basketball. He's rekindled his career. He's playing like Derrick Rose of old, pretty much, in terms of what you want to see from him. He dropped 30 on him. He's not a problem. Not the problem for the Knicks. But then you look over at the Atlanta guards, and it's like, okay, you got Bogdanovich shooting out of his mind. You got Trae Young, who's Trae Young. You got Lou Williams, who's found his magic, as I predicted. You got Kevin Huerter, who's one of the more consistent shooting guards in the Eastern Conference. I mean, the Hawks have a lot of talent. You got Hunter, who I haven't even seen. I don't even know if he's out there. Reddish, who's on the back of the bench, who's not even playing. Like Gallinari, who's shooting the lights out. They just have a bunch of weapons all over the floor, particularly 3-point shooting weapons that leave the floor really nicely spaced for guys like Clint Capella and Collins to operate. So they're balanced extremely well as a team, and they've gone under the radar because they play for Atlanta. But the reality is, I do believe they have a better roster than the New York Knicks, and we're seeing that play itself out. RJ Barrett's been pretty good. They got some guys, 14 copy, thank you, sir. I mean, they got some guys, it's not like the Knicks don't have talent. They have plenty of it. Quickly's playing well, you got Bullock's developed so nicely. He's so much better than the player he was with the Lakers. It's not even funny how good Reggie Bullock has gotten. Just the Knicks have done a fantastic job developing him, and so on and so forth. They have a lot of nice talent, but they just don't have more polished talent than the Atlanta Hawks. The Atlanta Hawks are just a better rostered up and down. So what you need is Julius to play so well, and you need RJ to play so well, and you need Quickly to play so well, and you need guys like Obi to contribute in such a way so that you can match what they bring to the table. They just have too much offense. And I'm telling you right now, the Atlanta Hawks should scare teams like Milwaukee. I ain't going to say the Nets because I don't believe that. But a team like Milwaukee, as good as they're playing, and they're blowing Miami out, they're probably going to beat Atlanta if they see them in the second round. But I wouldn't want to see them. I'm telling y'all right now, I think that's going to be a long series because of how underrated good Atlanta actually is. From a roster standpoint, they can keep up with a lot of teams. So, they still got a lot of work to do to get out of this series. I don't think the Knicks are done. I think this series is going to extend. But I'm not surprised by nothing I'm seeing. Everything that I've seen has been exactly how I've pretty much saw it coming, because at the end of the day, as good as the Knicks' weapons are, the Atlanta Hawks' weapons are just a little better. So anyway, that's what I got to say, man. My name is BDF44. Thanks for watching. I'm out.